Hey everybody, Matumbo here. Welcome back to the channel. We are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena, and today we have a deck that's been a few people from the Discord channel have been playing it. Last I originally saw this was by Blaziken 123 in the Discord, and again we also had a deck like this submitted for our early release by Mr. Zetsu. So we kind of threw the two versions together, and we're going to see how we do. But before we hop into today's deck, I do want to remind everybody that if you enjoy the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Please also hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and as well as hitting that bell icon to be notified of when the videos go live, because you can always race to be the first to comment as soon as the videos go live. But with that being said, guys, I did forget, please join the Discord. It's so much fun to interact with everybody. Again, love making content for everybody, so want to keep just interacting with as many people as possible. All right, so let's hop into today's deck. We are calling it Psychic Tutelage, and that's because we're trying to mill our opponents out. We're just using the new card from M21, Teferi's Tutelage, 3-mana enchantment. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and then you discard a card. And whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards. Now, mill is now a keyword, and it does mean whenever you put a card from the top of your library into the graveyard. So they did kind of go through and re-keyword, I believe, all the cards that do this. So we're going to be seeing this keyword a lot in the future. So, all right, so we are playing 4 Teferi's Tutelages, and we are playing 4 Psychic Corrosions, hence the name Psychic Tutelage. Now, what else does this deck do? It really doesn't do much. It's really trying to ramp out mana as quickly as possible so we can get as many of these tutelages or corrosions in play, and then we're just going to be trying to draw cards in order to mill them out as quickly as possible. So we have 4 Arboreal Grazers, so we can ramp out to potentially drop one of these on turn 2, because this does let us put an extra land into play on whenever we cast it. We also have some other mana ramp. We have 4 Growth Spirals and 4 Uros, and again, this deck... these cards are pretty staple in Simic, so I mean really in any format right now, if you're playing any kind of Simic combination, you're going to be playing Growth Spirals and Uros. Also, so in regards to the card draw itself, we have 2 Thirst for Meanings. This is actually really good. So 3 mana, draw 3. You have to discard 2 unless you discard an enchantment. So later on, if you have 2 or 3 of these other enchantments in play and you cast this for 3, you're going to be milling for usually a minimum of 12 cards, 12 to 18 cards, and you know, you can discard 2 or you can just discard 1, which could be an enchantment. Should be fine. We also have Finale of Revelation, basically an X spell, draw cards, mill. We really don't need to worry about what all this card says. It's really just 2 blue and X, draw X cards. We have a couple of we have a few Hydroid Crasis. Now, Hydroid Crasis, again, it's an X spell, lets us draw cards, but at a 2-to-1 ratio in regards to mana spent. So if we cast this for 4 mana total, we're going to draw 1 card, 6 mana, we're going to draw 2, and so on and so on. So do want to make sure that we're, you know, really only utilizing this when we really need to. If we need, you know, early blockers, or if we just need to gain like 1 or 2 life points, because we're really wanting to cast a rather draw card spell. So we also have Gadwick the Wizened. Gadwick is good. He's a blocker. He can potentially tap down our opponent's attackers if we can cast like Growth Spiral at instant speed or the Thirst for Meaning. So again, 3 blue and X, draw X cards when he comes into play. Really good when we're trying to mill our opponents out based on the amount of cards we're drawing. And last but not least, we have Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. 4 mana, Planeswalker. We're not really worried about the ultimate. We're just really worried about his +1. We get to mill 2 cards, and then we get to draw a card, which is going to potentially mill for more cards. So it's really cool. But other than that, we're playing 26 lands in our deck. We are wanting to make sure we're hitting our land drops because we have so much ramp, and we really want to be spending as much mana as possible every turn, because the more mana we spend, the more cards we're drawing, and the more cards that we're milling from our opponent. So again, that is the deck, guys. I do also want to point out this deck is basically standard legal. There's really 4 Psychic Corrosions that are not standard legal, and then we have 4 Hinterland Harbors. So really, if you also wanted to play this in standard and give it a shot, you could just replace the Psychic Corrosion with 4 Mirror Maids. Mirror Maid is a 3-mana enchantment that copies an artifact or an enchantment when it comes into play, so you can copy your tutelages. And then you could just replace the Hinterland Harbors with either 4 more land, either they just be forest or islands, or you could play 4 Fabled Passage, something along those lines. So again, that's really the only difference in this being a standard legal deck versus a historic legal deck. So I would be very interested to know if you guys would be interested in seeing this played as a standard deck. We would probably get rolled. I'm imagining we're probably going to get rolled here in historic too, because this deck can have really good draws, but it could also have some really slow and really bad draws where it doesn't do much. So with that being said, I mean, let's just hop into the decks, into the games, and let's see how many games we can win. See if we can just get there. And again, we're wanting to dodge probably aggro decks are probably our probably aggro and control. We just really want to play against decks that are trying to do crazy combos. We probably want to play against the Field of the Dead decks because it kind of gets them a little bit to start getting going. That's probably our best matchup. But I mean, let's just get in these games. Let's see what happens, and stick with us through the wrap up, and we will let you know how we did. See you guys soon. All right. Psychic Tutelage. Will this be the new hot mill plan? Probably not, but it's fun to think that it would be. Got 4 Tutelages, 4 Psychic Corrosions. El Rey del Mame. Or Mame. We're going first. We don't like this, I can tell you that. Double Jace, no bueno. I was about to say, let's get to a land. Jeskai. Okay, so we're playing against Shrines. We have a pretty good chance here. Oh, man. And you've had enough of that, huh? All right. To victory. All right, guys. Game 2 time. We're hydrating. Let's do it. I need you to pause the video. Get up. Go get a cup of water, a glass of water, a bottle of water. Some cup of ice. Some cucumber infused water, something. Get out there, get hydrated. All right, we're gonna keep this. Do we want a new row? You know what? I don't actually think we do. Playing against this flip-flop maniac. Let's just go ahead and do this now. All right, another shrine deck. Interesting. Hopefully this one won't concede to us after like a minute and a half, which would be in like 10 seconds. Very nice druid, okay. And let's go ahead and... How many land was that in a row? Holy moly. 5 land and a druid? But the question is... do we tutelage? I think we do. We're going to draw 3. Four cards in our hand. A lot of cards, my friend. That is a lot of cards. Don't hit a guy's blessing, it will be fine, right? Discard, discard, discard. We're at 11. They got 4 cards left. They basically lose to us drawing. They run out of cards. Yep. Good game, my friend. Good game. And that is the power of hydration, my friends. so that was weird. Sorry about that last game. The sound in regards to it looks like my cat, she likes to hop up on the computer, and I believe she unplugged the cable. So sorry about that, guys. We're gonna keep this. Looks like a pretty decent starting hand. We get to play a turn 2 Psychic Corrosion. Playing against humans? No. Definitely not humans. Huh. Double Ancient Ziggurat drop. Alright, well. Let's fire this off for 2. Not the best finale. This will be quite the feat if we can outmill an aggro deck. Triple Ancient Ziggurat. $39 cards. Yeah, I don't know if we can survive next turn. Hmm. Two, 4, 6, 7. We need 3 blockers. Or we need to... I think we draw 3 here. Yep, unfortunate. Unfortunate. Good game. Let him get his swinging in. All right, thanks for being a good sport, not going crazy with the casting. Good game, Mr. Pup. All right, well, tip to winning with this deck in Historic: don't play against creature-based aggro deck. Right? Play against the dirtily shrine decks that don't do much. We're going first. So we're gonna mulligan that. This is better-ish. Don't want to crease this. We would love a island. Take that. Assert dominance. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and run out of Jace. Let's see what they're playing against. Alright, well. Step 1 and 2 complete is what we mentioned earlier. Don't play against aggro decks. Play against the shrine decks. Actually, let's do this first. Uro. You get that land. So next turn we can draw 4. The problem is with drawing 4 here, we're not really doing anything with it. We're not milling them at all. That's the beginning of our upkeep. Oh, we're still going to draw 4. Whoops. Still no mill cards. Imagine he's got to get a red one, right? Gonna get that red one, start pinging away at Jace. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, it could be worse. Really, Dak? Really? 6? Oh, we did it. Wow, he just blocked like that. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, let's do some milling. Discard a card. Do they have to draw? You may draw. What's he gonna get here? Yep. Well, we've got these shrine decks in the bag, guys. I mean, if this is all we're going to be playing. I mean, Dusty Dvorak. We're going first. Yorian deck. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. Don't really want an Uro. Don't want Uro. Grazer. Okay, well we're playing against the land deck. Oh, are we really playing against another shrine deck? This is getting kind of ridiculous. Assert your dominance. Yes. Yeah, I don't mind hitting land there. That feels okay. That's 3 damage a turn. There we go. We got a land. We got us a land. Now this guy is playing Yorian, so oh, he's just gonna go straight for us. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough, guys. Discard 2. 1, 2. Only 18. Oh, I don't think we can actually win because he'll kill us on his upkeep. We actually do mill him, but six. Maybe he'll quit. Yep, he's gonna get us. That red Honden's gonna get us. Card a card. Yep, good game. We did mill him though. It's good to know we can mill a Yorion deck pretty quickly. Man, so what are we right now? Four and two. We played against like 4 Honden decks. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, we're gonna keep Uro this time. See a mountain. Need that life gain. Roxa. Yep. I mean, this guy has a shock, right? No? Probably a lightning strike. Be devil. Sure thing, my friend. Hello, my friend, hello. Uro? No. No thanks. I think we have to focus on getting this Uro into play. That's 5. Oh, thank you. 1, 2. I mean, we will block. Will we block? Yeah. That's fine, he has to kill the Uro. We're really just feeding his Croxa. Probably a bad idea. We have 6. so I could totally see him having to go after Jace. Interesting. We're good with that. We're good with that. Yeah, so we're not going to play the Grazer because we're going to dump it to the Croxa when it comes into play. Wow. It's a pretty aggressive. All right, we could still get there. Oh my god, really? It's like, how many times can we buy back this Uro? Just in case. I think we're good. I mean, we're at 22 life against this aggro deck. They're gonna pump. That's fine. Yep. Good game. We actually beat a fairly decent aggro deck. Alright guys, it is time for the wrap up, and we went 5-2 with this deck. So we kind of did what we set out to do and dodge aggro decks for the most part, and we dodged control decks. We played a lot of shrines. You know, a lot of the Honden / shrine decks were out there tonight in full force, and I mean, we pretty much beat those pretty handily. Obviously, one of our losses did come to Yorian shrine deck, but we did manage to mill them out. But they killed us on their upkeep with the red Honden because we were at 1. They were able to ping us to kill us, but they did not have any cards in their library. So I mean, we kind of won, right? No, I know. It was close though. But and then in that last game, we actually did manage to beat an aggro type deck. So that was actually good to see that our deck can have a draw where it does beat up on a deck like that. But yeah, that one deck we got obliterated by that Mardu, Mardu aggro deck. I mean, there was just nothing we could do against that deck. Unfortunately, we just didn't have the draw, didn't draw anything, and they just gave it to us like X because You know what they say about X giving it to you. But other than that, I mean, this deck is not meant to be competitive. This is, you know, this is a fun deck. You know, we kind of had fun messing around with this last week on the stream for a little bit. And then, you know, like I said, a couple people in the Discord that I'd mentioned earlier, they've been playing around with it, trying to make it better. But again, this is not a competitive deck by any means. Mill is not really going to be a viable win condition, again, competitively, unless you have more unfair cards. You know, cards that are legal in like Modern and stuff like that, like Glimpse the Unthinkable, Archive Trap, you know, Hedron Crab, stuff like that. So once maybe we start seeing some of those cards get thrown into Arena for Historic or whatnot, maybe we'll start, you know, having Mill as a more viable option. But other than that, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. You know, did you see anything we should have done differently? Did we forget any cards maybe we overlooked? And again, please hit that subscribe button and that like button and that bell icon. And anything you can do to interact with the channel would be amazing. And join the Discord as well. All right, guys. Well, again, you guys have an amazing day. We will see you guys next time. Remember, this channel would not exist without such amazing viewers and subscribers such as yourselves. Thank you so much for interacting with the channel and help growing the community. And a very big special thank you to the Patreons we have listed here for supporting the channel.